about the golf game first.
You must have talked to Coach Sweeney. Yeah, I played with him a few times this off season. The most recent one, we had like six twosomes, and we had the Lake Kiwi Open. So we got a place out there. He's got a place out there, and so we come in and we had 2 rain delays, right? So we started like 5 o'clock. It's late. We play. We had little trophies. They're like plastic cups. It would, Kiwi Open Invitational. And so we come in. I think we're like, it's 2-man best ball. So we were like even or 1 over, right? So we think it's over. It's like 8:30. It's pretty dark. And we're like, all right, we're going to take this one. So we go up. We had a little award ceremony. And we go up and we ask for hamburgers at the place because it's pitch black dark, right? Next thing we know, we're looking down and we see flashlights in the fairway. And Coach Sweeney's up there. He had no idea how far he was out. He was like 190. But his partner's up there with a flashlight on his phone just so he could see the golf ball. And they come in, they're like 2 under and made a big deal about it. But we had a good time with it.
What's your handicap?
I'm like a 7, something like that. Yeah, I got a lot of practice last year.
Well, you're getting a lot of practice this year out there. Why do you think you're finding like so much success early on, just as you guys onboard into training camp?
I think just trying to do what the coach asks you to do, right? I think just trying to get better every day. I think we have a good group of receivers and deep, and it was very similar. Coach Sweeney was out here. It was very similar to when I was at Clemson. Like, everyone pushed each other. We had Mike Williams, we had T. Higgins, we had Justin Ross, Amari Rodgers, Deion Kane, Ray McLeod. We had all these 5-stars, and if you didn't show up every day, you were going to get beat out, right? It could be one little thing, one little route you didn't run the right way. Next thing you know, they get the opportunity, they're going. So I think that's part of it. I think having an appreciation of being back out here, being able to feel like I can run again, feel like I can go out there and have fun with my teammates again, be a part of a team, be a part of pushing towards something special. And so I think it's all kind of a part of it, and so it's just been an appreciation for me.
I know you talked to a lot of these guys about what you went through, but I wonder if you can kind of go back through last year and how sick you were.
Yeah, I don't know if you want all the details, but it was this time really around April, March. So really 2021. I remember we made the playoffs that year, and I remember late in the season being like, I'm tired for some reason. Like, I'm really tired. Didn't think much of it because we made the playoffs. I remember taking like a month off and then going to the Pro Bowl and being like, I don't want to go run a route. I'm gassed. I'm tired. Why am I so tired? And I was like, maybe I just took a month off and I didn't do anything. And so then that went on, and then all summer, I was negotiating a contract, so I was trying to give my best and feel the best I could. But I just remember being really tired and really fatigued and really all the time, and then really just it lingered on. And I didn't find out till after 2022 really that I had something. I think the moment I figured something out was that next off season I was training to come back to football, and like one day I'd run 110s as our conditioning test, and I'd run 4 of them, and I'd be like on the ground, gassed, tired, couldn't run anymore. And the next day I'd run 10 of them and it'd be no problem. So I was like, something's going on here. So get some medical stuff done, got some screening done, figured out this is what I had. And then the last year, the Raiders, they just trying to piece it together to finish up the contract. And then after the season, I was like, I'm never playing football again. I do not want to play football, right? Like, when you feel like that and you feel like you left your teammates down, you feel like you can't get up and get everything you have. And then you can give some days everything you have, they count on you, and then the next day you lay an egg. It's not fun, right? I don't think that's good in any profession. And so went through that, and I was like, I'm not playing, and came through Easter of 2024, so a year ago. And I remember just being about as sick as I could. There was a week I really liked the Pelicans, or I think they're Pelicans down here, the snow cones. So me and my daughter were going like 3 times a week to get some Pelican snow cones, and the sugar was awful for me. So I didn't know that. And so I had to go to the ER because I had 101 degree fever for 7 days straight, like break fever, shivers, get in the tub, break it, shivers, get in the tub. So felt terrible, ended up going to the hospital, getting some steroids, and I finally was like, I need to get this under control. So Actually was working with a guy from Atrium up here, Amit Arevapalli, Dr. Arevapalli, and he is a GI specialist. And my uncle referred me to him, or my cousin referred me to him, who's a pediatrician in the area, and he's done unbelievable for me and got me on the right infusion and kind of coached me through what I can eat, what portions I can eat, what to stay away from, and I felt a lot better. So I've been very appreciative.
What did it mean to have Coach Sweeney out here just to watch first day pass?
Yeah. I was talking to Coach Canales. I mean, they're very similar, right? They're very optimistic. They believe in you before you believe in yourself. They try to speak life into people, speak good into people. Coach Sweeney will crawl you a little more than Coach Canales, I will say, at least so far. I hope I don't see that side of Coach Canales, but they're both awesome people, unbelievable human beings first, right? I think y'all know Coach Canales well enough, and being around Clemson as well, I think they both are the epitome of just good people, and they want the best for the people they do life with. They love people, they care about people first, and then football takes care of itself. And you want to do well for people like that, whether, y'all do what y'all do for y'all's bosses, whatever industry it is. I think you just want to see good people succeed, and so that gives you a little extra when you wake up in the morning.
Returning to the league, kind of having this kind of local outlook and kind of being from somewhat around here, how important was that for landing like a comfort zone in coming back?
Yeah.
And continuing?
Yeah, I'm an hour and a half from my house. So, I told my agent, like, this is where if I was going to play somewhere, this was it. Like, I would take a visit to the Raiders, but this is where I was going. Like, and it's kind of how I felt at Clemson. Like, if I had to walk on Clemson, that's because I love Carolina. I love the people. I love being close to family. This is where, God willing, I'm going to be, the rest of my life. And so I love this area, and I just want to see it succeed. And that's kind of my heart.
Hunter, Dabo was saying in the last year when you were out, you were competing constantly with his son Will, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And he could see you getting stronger even though you weren't doing football stuff. Could you, when you weren't doing football things, like have that measurable to it, could you feel yourself?
Yeah, I remember the first day, like I cut out sugar, or the first week kind of period. I got in the pickleball court and I was like, man, this is the best I've felt in a long time. And so, yeah, I mean, I love playing sports. I love competing. So it doesn't matter if it's pickleball or basketball or, soccer or playing cornhole. I just like competing. And so when I felt healthy enough to do those things, and at the end of the game, I'm thinking, all right, how can I go, make the play instead of when can I be done? I think that was big for me and kind of the psychology of sports. So.
What's it like in that wide receiver role?
It's interesting. We have a bunch of different personalities, a bunch of different ages, but amazing. I think we have a really good group. I think we have a really talented group. It's the deepest I've ever been around. We have, 7 or 8 guys that comfortably can go out there and play, and then a lot of young guys that are proven they can. And so, like I was talking about Clemson, it just pushes you. It pushes you every day. I think, the Bible talks about iron sharpening iron, and that's what it is. And hopefully we can do that every day, and then the other people we have out there can see that and be inspired from that and go out there and make every day the best we can. So it's been fun.
What kind of coaching was he giving you after your one-on-ones?
Coach Sweeney? Yeah. Coach Sweeney has all the answers, which is great. But no, he's awesome. I'll just leave it at that. He's awesome. I think the DBs see the same route since they were in middle school, right? They see if someone runs a basic route, an in cut, they see that big step, run in. So just trying to use that against them, right? Trying to show them something they've seen 1,000 times and give them a little change up, right? And really just think about what you do. Coach Sweeney's big thing is, all right, win every route vertical. If you can make them think you're running vertical, you can go whichever way you want. That's the biggest threat as a receiver, is the ability to run by him. And so trying to set that up and then throwing curveballs and change-ups in there has been good. And so I have a whole year of just kind of thinking things in my brain when I wasn't playing that now I can actually go feel good enough to go do them. And so maybe I'll get a little too creative at times, but it's been fun to try things out. So thank you.